And we are live! Hello everybody and welcome to the Darlington Raceway for the long overdue finale of Season 3 of the Trackmasters Cup Series. It's the Sunoco Southern 500. Well, it's a beautiful May day here in Darlington, 73 degrees and sunny, with Kurt Busch on pole. Chase Elliott is your defending winner of this race. He won the Southern 500 in Season 2. And Tyler Reddick might be a strong dark horse pick to look out for. He starts in the 10th position. Let's take a look at your other drivers to watch for here at Darlington. Kurt Busch for Chip Ganassi Racing put that #1 car on pole. It's his second pole of the season as he looks for his first career win in the series. Joey Logano, the defending champion, has had a winless season so far, but he looks to turn that around today. He starts outside row 1. Ross Chastain's team had a hauler fire en route to this race today. As a result, they had to take a car from Joe Gibbs Racing. That is Kyle Busch's 2015 championship-winning chassis on loan and rewrapped for the number 15 car. Kyle Busch, the highest starting championship contender, starts in 4th. He looks to steal this one from the Hendrick teammates of Alex Bowman and Jimmie Johnson. Bowman, the second highest starting championship contender, starts in 14th. And Jimmie Johnson, after a crash in qualifying, will have to start at the back of the field. Let's take a look at what happened to that 48 car. You'll see it here coming out of turn 4. Johnson was tracking for second on the board, got loose, got in the wall, and went down to the inside hard. Let's move in for your command of fire engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Farno.
With engines fired here at the Darlington Raceway, let's take a look at your championship contenders. Jimmie Johnson comes into this race on top. He is the favorite for the championship, but starting in 31st, he'll have a lot of ground to make up if he hopes to take it home. Alex Bowman is the second highest starting driver, looking to take it away from his teammate. He comes into this race tied for second in the points with 2 wins, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. An inconsistent season has put him with the lowest average finish of these championship contenders, but 2 wins have kept him in the hunt. Kyle Busch, on the other hand, he only has 1 win this season, but it came at the start of the season in the Daytona 500. Since then, he's nabbed 2 more top 5s and 7 more top 10s and comes into this race with an average finish of 10.4. Kyle Busch looks to defeat Hendrick Motorsports and take home the championship for himself. Let's move in for your starting lineup here for the Sunoco Southern 500. Well, the track was hot and slick yesterday in qualifying, but other than Jimmie Johnson, everybody was able to put a lap down. Let's see how these drivers stack up to start the race. Kurt Busch has his second pole of the season. He's starting alongside defending Season 2 champion Joey Logano. Row 2, Kevin Harvick, a 2-time winner this season, will start to the inside of Kyle Busch, who's chasing the championship. Row 3, 2-time winner of the Daytona 500. At this point, Denny Hamlin will start to the inside of Kyle Larson. Row 4, Martin Truex Jr., the Atlanta winner from earlier this season, will start to the inside of the Phoenix winner, Brad Keselowski. Row 5, Eric Jones will start to the inside of Tyler Reddick, who starts in 10th, and coming up in row 6, Ryan Blaney, your Season 1 champion, starts to the inside of Chase Elliott. Row 7, Eric Almirola, who made the Final 4 last season, will start to the inside of championship contender Alex Bowman. Row 8, last race's winner at Martinsville, William Byron, will start to the inside of Roush Fenway's Ryan Newman. Row 9, for the Wood Brothers, it's Matt DiBenedetto to the inside of the other Roush driver, Chris Buescher. Row 10, Brett Moffitt on a part-time schedule for Joe Gibbs Racing will start to the inside of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And in row 11, the rookie Cole Custer to the inside of Bubba Wallace. Row 12, Michael McDowell, winner of the Fall Showdown, will start to the inside of Ryan Preece. And in row 13, Ross Chastain in that replacement car will start to the inside of Austin Dillon. Row 14, the rookie Christopher Bell for Levine Family Racing starts to the inside of Ty Dillon in that number 13 Germain Racing Chevrolet. And row 15, Clint Boyer will start to the inside of Amateur Tour champion Drake Mays. And finally, after a crash in qualifying, Jimmie Johnson will start at the back of the field in 31st. He'll have to fight his way forward if he hopes to keep his points lead. Coming off turn number 4, the pace car is on pit road and the green flag is out. Let's go racing at Darlington to crown a champion. Kyle Busch on the inside of Joey Logano early. Kyle Larson looking 3 wide. He'll back out of it into turn number 1. Kyle Busch, though, trying to move up as quick as he can. If he can win this race, that's going to help him big time in his championship chances. Kyle Larson for third on Joey Logano as Kyle Busch looks after his brother for the race lead. Lap 3 underway. Kyle Busch now all over the bumper of Kurt Busch as they go through turn 1. Kurt Busch continuing to lead though. Kyle Busch trying to put the pressure on, and Truex on the inside of Harvick gets loose. Harvick, Truex in the wall. Reddick's going to pick up 2 and 1. Here comes Eric Jones on the inside. Jones deep into turn 3. That'll stack up Keselowski. Alex Bowman going to pick up 3 spots. Alex Bowman has to move forward if he wants a chance at this championship. He's going to cut off Ryan Blaney into turn 1. Tyler Reddick now moving up on Joey Logano. Reddick takes 4th away from the 22 car. He's falling back early. And Logano loose off the high side. That'll stack him up in front of Harvick and Hamlin. Alex Bowman going to take advantage. He's up 1 spot on Hamlin and is going to get another on Harvick. Bowman making inroads on the championship lead, but it's Jimmie Johnson who's starting to put the pressure on Kyle Busch. Busch with this early 2nd place run is currently holding the championship lead, but Jimmie Johnson is looking to snatch it back. Through 3 and 4, Johnson on the high side, going to get a run on Darrell Wallace Jr. Bubba moves over, and Johnson on the outside is going to pick up another spot. That'll tie the 48 and the 18 for the championship lead. With Johnson having the tiebreaker, Kyle's got to go. There's the message from crew chief Adam Stevens. The pressure is on for Kyle Busch. He's going to go to the inside for the race lead. There's contact. Kyle's got the lead for a second, but Kurt's fighting back on the outside. Larson 3 wide again. Kyle Busch dives it deep into turn 3. He can't get it to stick. Kyle Larson to the race lead, and a caution. Matt Benedetto hard on the inside wall on the back straightaway. A terrible hit for that Wood Brothers 21 car will bring out our first caution of the night, just as things were heating up for the lead. Let's take a look at a replay of what happened here out of turn number 2. Looks like it started with Bubba Wallace in that 43 car. Wallace tags the wall, bounces into Benedetto, and that sends him hard into the inside wall. A terrible crash from Matt Benedetto, but the window net is down on that 21 car. He is okay. Here it is in full speed. You see Clint Boyer tag the wall there as well. That'll send him to pit road for repairs. So Benedetto out of the race, Wallace and Boyer on pit road to get damage fixed. You can see the 14 crew going hard to work there. Let's take a look at how your championship contenders stack up as we're just about halfway through this race. Well, it started out with Jimmie Johnson in the lead, and it'll stay that way at this break. But Kyle Busch, with an impressive 3rd place run, is in striking distance. He's just 2 points back of Jimmie Johnson, and if he can get the lead, that'll put him ahead of the 48. Coming to this restart, Kyle Busch is in 3rd, Bowman is in 6th with a good opportunity, and Jimmie Johnson has quietly worked his way up to 18th. If he can keep that progress going, he'll be the champion by the time the checkered flag falls. So coming to the restart, Kyle Larson has the race lead. He took it just before the caution over Kurt Busch. And Kyle Busch restarting in 3rd. The pressure is on for him to get the race lead so he can make another charge at the championship. Green flag is back in the air. And a good restart by Kurt Busch. He'll hang with his teammate on the inside. Chip Ganassi side by side for the lead out of 2. Kyle Busch has a nice run. He's going to look to the bottom. Kurt blocks him off. Kyle back to the middle. Kurt Busch on the apron going for the lead. Larson on the high side doesn't get a great run out of the corner. Kurt Busch going to side draft him all the way down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Busch on the inside, going to edge ahead for just a second, but Larson's fighting back on the high side. Kyle Busch, he's got to run down the back. Busch 3 wide into turn 3. Kyle Busch is going for the lead. He's in the wall. Kyle Busch collects his brother, and he's out. He's out of the race. Logano piles in. Keselowski piles in. Kyle Busch is out of the race and out of the championship. Jimmie Johnson gets through the wreck. Kyle Busch is done. Window net down on all the drivers there, okay, but Kyle Busch just went from leading this championship to out of the race, season over in a matter of seconds. Let's take a look at a replay and see what happened. Going into turn 3, Kurt Busch had a run. Kyle Busch had a bigger run. He goes to the inside, and right there, he just goes too far up the track, collects Kurt Busch, and they're both in the wall. Larson, Reddick, Bowman make it through. And the rest of it just kicks off from there. Kurt Busch out of the race as well, the dominant driver of the day. Kevin Harvick, the first driver to make it through. We'll take one more look at it. And you can see Kyle Busch just too fast into the corner, drifts up the track, and turns himself off the nose of Kurt Busch. That collects Logano and Keselowski. Kurt Busch had Hamlin pile into him. Hamlin locked up the brakes trying to avoid the wreck, and that sent him into the inside wall. Denny Hamlin luckily able to continue in this race. He'll just get some damage fixed on pit road, but everyone else involved is to the garage and out of the race. Well, with Kyle Busch done, but Alex Bowman up to third, let's take a look at how your championship contenders stack up at the caution. With 270 points, Jimmie Johnson has clinched the championship as they run, but Alex Bowman is up to third. If Bowman can get to the lead, that'll be 267 points for him, and with a little bit of bad luck for the 48, Alex Bowman has a chance at the championship. Bowman will restart in third. You can see the message there from spotter Kevin Hamlin. Bowman's got to give it everything, but they're in a decent position right now to try and snatch this one from Jimmie Johnson. Johnson, on the other hand, has it locked up as they stand, so without too much bad luck, Jimmie Johnson will walk away from this race a champion. Green flag is back in the air. 5 laps to go at Darlington. And a good restart by Tyler Reddick. He's going to hang with Kyle Larson through 1 and 2, but Larson's got the run off the top. And we got trouble on the back. Johnson got tagged by Brett Moffitt. He's going to lose 4 or 5 spots. And that's going to open the door for Alex Bowman. Bowman to the bottom of the track. 3 wide for the lead. Alex Bowman to the lead in turn 1. Can you believe it? Alex Bowman to the race lead and the championship lead. Reddick can't fight him back. Coming to 3 laps to go. Alex Bowman is leading this race and leading this championship. Looking for his 3rd win on the season. It would be the biggest if he can pull it off. Reddick's not done yet, though. Reddick on the outside in turn 1. He's got the run out of 2. Reddick looking low. Bowman blocks. Bowman blocks again. Reddick into the wall. These drivers are racing their heart out. Bowman scraping the wall through 3 and 4. He's loose. Tyler Reddick all over the bumper into turn 1. Reddick to the outside. He's got the quarter. Reddick squeezes by Alex Bowman, and he's got the lead. Bowman loose out of turn 2. Reddick to the front. Advantage back to Jimmie Johnson as Bowman's back to second. He'll slide up in front of Larson to take it back, but Elliott's got them both. White flag, 1 lap to go. Reddick leads over Elliott and Bowman. Harvick now on the inside of Larson's going to take 4th, but Larson's going to cross him back. And up front, Tyler Reddick has driven his heart out today. A veteran drive is going to get this rookie his first career win. Tyler Reddick wins at Darlington, and Jimmie Johnson scores enough points to win the championship. Jimmie Johnson is your champion. And how about this? Christopher Bell, Reddick's old rival in the O'Reilly series now, giving him a little congratulatory bump on the back straightaway. Here's the move of the race. It was into turn 1. Tyler Reddick with laps running down, knew he had 1 shot to get this win. He went to the outside on Bowman, and with the space closing up on him, Reddick drove around the outside of the 88 car. He wins at Darlington. He's gonna burn it down. And what a burnout from Tyler Reddick. He has just won his first of what I'm sure will be many Track Masters Cup Series races. The young driver with so much potential has finally paid it off. But let's not forget about Jimmie Johnson, the first non-Penske affiliated driver to win a Track Masters Cup Series championship. He's going to park it alongside Tyler Reddick on the front straightaway. Your winner and your champion in 1 photo. And how about that for Jimmie Johnson? What a season it's been. 1 win at Kansas, but incredible consistency. A well-deserved champion. Let's take a look at your full results. So Tyler Reddick claims his first career victory in dramatic fashion over Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Larson, rounding out your top 5. Season 1 champion Ryan Blaney finishes in 6th in front of Eric Almirola, Eric Jones, Martin Truex Jr., and Ryan Newman for Roush Fenway Racing, rounding out the top 10. Christopher Bell finishes 11th in front of Chris Buescher, William Byron, and Season 3 champion Jimmie Johnson. Johnson finishes in front of Cole Custer, part-timer Brett Moffitt with a great run today in 16th, Stenhouse 17th, Michael McDowell 18th, Bubba Wallace 19th, and Drake Mays in 20th. And at the back of the field, Ross Chastain finishes in 21st, Ryan Preece 22nd, Austin Dillon 23rd, followed by Clint Bowyer, Ty Dillon, Denny Hamlin 1 lap down, and Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, your DNFs. Finally rounding out the field in 31st, Matt DiBenedetto brought out the first caution of the night and finishes in last. So congratulations to Tyler Reddick on winning the Season 3 finale, the Sunoco Southern 500, and congratulations to Jimmie Johnson, your Season 3 champion. Well, it's been a wild ride this season, from the high speeds of Daytona to the short track of Martinsville, but from all of us here at TMG, it's kind of just me. I want to thank you all for watching this race and all the races over the years. If you've been watching for, what would it be, like 10 years now? Thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed this one last race. I'll see you all when I see you. Goodbye, everybody.